Hi there, it's Rainy. I wanted to talk to you about some of the clairs. What are the clairs? Well, let's start with clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is the ability to see what my angels, my guardians, my guides, my masters are trying to show me. It might be flashes of light. It might be visions that I see in my head. It might be flashes of light playing in the air. And I'll tell you an interesting story. I was visiting a friend, and she had a little alcove off her lounge. And when I journey, I usually take some crystals with me. Well, I happen to have a round crystal ball with me, and we're watching the television. And I'm watching the ceiling and these beautiful flashes of light. They were just so colorful and so beautiful. And I said to my friend, "Did you see that?" "No." "See what?" "Oh, nothing. Um, it wasn't anything." And I just let it pass over. But these little flashes of light were my angels getting my attention, playing with me. And it was like, oh, I so want to play with them. I so want to investigate what they want. But it was not the time because I'm visiting a friend in her home, and we were watching TV together. So I said, well, I'm just going to get a glass of water. So I very carefully walked past the alcove, and I just placed my crystal ball on a shelf that was just convenient for me to place it there as I walked past, and I went and got the glass of water, and I came back. Well, I had to wait till she'd gone to bed. I was so dying to see what was in my crystal ball, because you know what I saw? I saw these beautiful stars playing around the ceiling dive bomb into the crystal ball. They all dive bombed into the crystal ball. Oh my gosh, how exciting that was. I so wanted to play. I had to be patient. So finally, it was bedtime. And fortunately for me, I was sleeping in the lounge. It was a very comfortable bed. And when I was on my own, I went over and I picked up the crystal ball that I had seen the angels fly into. Wow. I could feel the vibration in my hand as I held the crystal ball. It was vibrating so fast, and I knew that my vibration was being raised so that I could meet their vibration that were coming down to meet me. And together, there was a meeting. I saw something quite spectacular. I saw a tree appear in the middle of the lounge. It was about the height that I was, a tall tutura tree. The branches just began to come off, and then it was cut off. And a very deep male voice said to me, "Find the tree." So that's an example for you of clairvoyance and how amazing it can be. It is very special to receive messages from those loved ones on the other side. It's clear seeing, the ability to see what your angels, what your loved ones want you to know, want you to see, want you to understand. It's not scary. Some people think, oh, I'd be frightened about that. But no, it's not scary at all. What is there to be scared of? It is a magnificent experience. It is really wonderful. And then there are other clairs to talk about. There is the clairaudient person. And clairaudient is clear hearing. It is the ability to hear voices from the other side. It might be voices of your angels, voices of your guardian angel, voices of your loved ones who love you and are with us all the time. And those that have clairaudience can hear the messages that are verbally given to them. On more than one occasion, I have had the privilege of hearing heavenly choirs singing, angels singing, and it is the most magnificent, awe-inspiring experience to have. There is nothing like it on this earth. It is mystical and heavenly. There is no mistaking. So sometimes you might hear your voice being called, and that's your angel calling you. I remember one experience where I was walking through a group of people and I kept hearing my name being called, and I thought, oh, there's somebody else here that has the same name. And I thought, I looked around, I couldn't see anybody. And I arrived home. I had heard this name being called several times, my name. And I just put it down to, oh, there's somebody else with my name. Wow, there's a few people around with my name today. But when I got to my destination and I'm on my own and there's no one around, guess what? I heard the voice again. I heard my name again, and it was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, please forgive me. I didn't realize it was you calling me. I thought that someone else was being called. I'm so sorry. Thank you for calling my name. Thank you for the love that is carried on that vibration of that beautiful voice that calls my name. I had a funny experience once. I think it was an angel that was inexperienced with talking to humans. And I was in my room, and this really loud voice called my name. So loud, I jumped. I jumped. I left the floor. I actually jumped. I felt like I was going to jump out of my skin. And I said to him, please don't call me that loud. You gave me a fright. And then a few days later, I was having a rest, laying down on the couch on my lounge suite, and I was napping, and I started to hear voices as I'm asleep. So I'm coming out of my sleep slowly. I could hear two male voices and one female voice. And I can't remember what they were saying, But the female was very annoyed at the two males, and I heard her say, if you two don't be careful, you're going to wake her. And I started moving, and my eyes started to open, and I heard this voice say, now look at what you've done. They were gone. So it can be fun having clairaudience and listening to others. It's not always fun. Sometimes you might hear somebody that's stuck in the astral plane and they're not particularly nice. But it's not their fault because they're kind of stuck and they need some help. And at least they can call out for help and somebody can hear them and help them on their way. So there's a special gift that comes with clairaudience to be able to do that. And then we have clairsentient, which is clear feeling. And that gift comes in handy, especially if I'm doing a spiritual reading and I'm given to know something. Perhaps I'm given to know feeling in my body what that person passed from this earth with. So I can tell the person that I'm doing a reading for how that person passed because I felt it in my body. And it's a wonderful way to be able to give affirmation and confirmation and credibility to the reading that I'm giving because I don't know this information. I don't know how this person passed away. They're a complete stranger to me. I've never seen them before. But this person that I'm reading for, they know. And they know when I'm telling them the truth. Clairgustance or clairalience. The strange words, aren't they? Smells are related to this gift. One of those, the clairalience smells are related to clairalience. I always know when my grandmother is visiting me. I'll either be doing the dishes or I might be asleep. And this beautiful fragrance of jasmine wafts past my nose. And I can smell this beautiful fragrance of jasmine. And I know it's my grandmother. And it's the most glorious feeling to know that my loved one is visiting me. For I loved my grandmother so much. And I can move my head away and there's no smell. And then I bring my head back and yes, the smell is still there. It's very specific. It might be that I'm doing a reading and I can smell something. It might be food I can smell, a particular type of food and cooking that means something to the person I'm doing a reading for. It might be the smell of somebody that's a loved one of mine. I could always tell when my father was near when he passed away. He had a particular smell of the beer that he used to drink and the pipe that he used to that he used to smoke. And I always knew that smell, even when he was alive, that was my father's smell. If I walked in the room and he'd been there but now left, I knew he'd just left because I could smell my father, not in an unkind way, simply by the things that he did that were habits in his life So when he passed over and he would visit me, I had this gift of smelling him, recognizing his smell, and knowing I was loved and that I was visited. And what about clairgustance? Well, that's a very special ability to be able to taste. Now, that might sound strange, and you might think, why would someone want to taste something? Sorry, I'm making a noise here. Well, sometimes I'll be doing a reading and I've got this taste in my mouth, and I'll say, I can taste ginger. I don't know why I'm tasting ginger. What does it mean to you? Does it mean something to you? And I'll go, oh, that was my uncle. He was always cooking with ginger and eating ginger raw or giving me ginger tea to drink. And it was something that she or he associated with someone they loved that was visiting from the other side. And with that taste that I could detect was again a confirmation. It was giving them the knowledge that they really were there. Because how would I know this? How could I possibly know this? And then we have clear cognizance, which is clear thinking. Now, that might not sound very exciting, but it really is. There are important insights given to you with clear cognizance. I can remember a friend coming to visit, and I had this beautiful painting of a particular person on the wall that he admired. And I must have talked for a very long time to him. And when I'd finished, I had no idea what I had said. No idea. It was none whatsoever. But he was so grateful to me. And he said to me, wow, that was a telling off, if there was ever a telling off. And I'm thinking, gee, what did I say? These thoughts were given to me. This knowledge was given to me to express these thoughts into words. And apparently, I had given him a lecture on something that he needed to clean up in his life. And he knew it, which is why he said to me, wow, that was a telling off. And I needed it. And he never resented me. And I was so thankful for that because I had no idea what I had said. And I can remember times when friends have called in and without any intention of talking about a specific subject, I've launched into a conversation quite deeply about a particular subject that seemed to be really important to talk about. And they're sitting there in awe, listening to me, because I had touched on a subject that was very important to them, and they had questions around it. I didn't know that, but that clear thinking, that clear cognizance was given to me. So how beautiful is that? What a very special gift to have. And how grateful I am for those things that are so profound that at times they are given to me with clear thinking to talk about, and I don't question it. I simply trust. So there's a little insight to clairvoyance for you and the other clairs that go with them. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed the illustrations I've used to show you how to use those gifts. And maybe you're stopping at the moment and thinking, oh, I've done that before. That's happened to me. And maybe that's going to help open your mind to want to learn more about the spiritual world and learn and grow in your self-development and grow in your higher self and listen to your higher self. So I wish you blessings from heaven. Angels' blessings always. Till next time. Bye now.